everyone, I just wanted to make a short video. I wanted to talk about the radiation that's being shot into my apartment via energy weapons. What I know and what I want to share with you guys is that this is meant to kill people as they go about their day without noticing. It is meant to kill people in their sleep. And I have a feeling this has been happening to me for a long time because I would just suffer really bad with headaches and fatigue, and sometimes I just get nosebleeds, and then sometimes I would just have anxiety, which is weird for me because even though I'm a victim of being stalked and assaulted in and out of my building, I mean, I can't even be sleeping without them trying to break into my window. I have a police report for that. It's unnerving to have the maintenance man bring people into my unit when I'm not home, or when I'm home and they pretend to be a plumber and they're not interested in plumbing. So I just wanted to talk about the radiation that's being shot into my apartment. So I noticed my cat would get uncomfortable. Usually she lays down next to me, and she would go sit down on the other end, on the other side of that material. And I couldn't figure out why. And so the other night when we were snuggling, I felt something flying around my head. The only way I can describe it is like a butterfly just circling your head. And the momentum of that movement was moving papers. I had some newspaper on the ground. It was moving things in my room. The momentum, the power of the momentum of whatever that was at that moment was affecting things and moving things in my room, and I could feel it buzzing around my head, and it was disrupting the comfortability of my pet. And pets can see things we can't see. So I turned on my camera, and when I turned on my camera, I shot the video from where I'm laying right now, and I shot it facing that way. So the images I caught for 75% of that moment of that video, I did it laying down right here. So the balls of radiation I was shooting on the other, I was catching, I was laying here filming, but it was actually on the other side of the material. The initial ball, I caught part of it, and then like a very few second video that flew away, it had been buzzing around me and my cat's head. Like my cat was like dodging. So the very people who are doing this to me, Scientology fair game, who've been assaulting me, who've identified themselves many times to me throughout the years, are behind this. And what people don't understand is they're no different than Antifa and Black Lives Matters when they are congregated and organized into a group that does fair game. So fair game is a policy by Scientology where they can go after you, they can assault you, they can steal from you, they can lie to you, they can entrap you, they can murder you, they can do whatever they want. And it's the job of the members to protect the other members, sweep the criminality under the carpet and cover for them. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Leah Remini. She talks about this. I don't think she's familiar with it being in the capacity I've had to deal with it in large groups of people going after a target. If you look at a video called by the person named Tizzoli, he makes videos on these people from Scientology chasing them up and down the streets, which is what I've experienced. I've recognized a few of the stalkers in his videos, so I know his video is real. And one of those stalkers drives a white Bentley, and he's like this heavy set Asian guy. He's like a heavy set, I want to say Chinese guy. He drives a Rolls Royce. So that's how I know Tizzoli's gang stalking videos of them chasing him around town in cars. And that's how I know it's real. So back to the radiation. So I just want to tell everybody to always have some type of video surveillance on in your house and around your house, because that's how I caught this radiation being shot into my apartment. And what that radiation does is it cooks a human being. It cooks their organs, it cooks their brain, it changes their cell structure. It changes their cell structure. I want to say their DNA, so that they have a propensity to get cancer. And it makes you fatigued, it gives you headaches, it makes you weak. And I'm worried about my pet because she's been sleeping a lot. I'm just, So the police know who's doing this, because when they've been doing this to me up and down the street when I didn't have a car, when they jumped on my car January 14th of 2019, the police were completely on their side. When they were doing this to me up and down the street, the police just drive by. When you wave at them, they just keep on going. The police know who's doing this, and I've had a police officer tell me that these people are monitoring me. So the police call it monitoring because that keeps them from having to make a police report on stalking. They protect the criminality, they cover for the criminality, and if there's any evidence of assaults at a business, they'll deny the evidence exists. They'll tell the business to not give you the evidence. And then they'll allow these animals to continue to stalk you and assault you and break into your car and come into your apartment when you're not home. The radiation that was shot into my apartment, there's holes in my walls. There's holes along my ceiling, along a piping that appear, and I've had to cover up. And during that video, when the radiation was being shot into my unit, it appeared to be coming from a crawl space, where I've heard people in my crawl space, like when I'm in the bathroom and stuff, above me. I was just at a neighbor's house the other day, and we could clearly hear someone crawling in her walls. So the owners of this building, they're like Islamic Muslim, but I think they're on the corrupt side of humanity that goes after people like me. I don't know why they would be after me. I've never done anything to Islamics or Muslims. Maybe because when I was on TMZ boards, I would call out Harvey Levin for talking bad about, people talking bad about President Trump and stuff, and trying to shut down Catholic churches and churches. Yet the Jewish were doing whatever they want. They were stalking people during pandemic, which they're still doing. And they're going to their Jewish, church, or whatever you want to call, synagogue, whatever you want to call it. And as you know, there's a lot of hypocrisy with, in Hollywood with that whole situation. So the owners of this building, don't do anything with the rights of the tenants being violated, with repairs not being fixed or anything. So anyways, all I want to say is when I leave my apartment, no matter where I park, they have cars waiting by me. So I switched where I was parked, and last night, because they know when I'm coming and going from my house, I've always had a suspicion that they have cameras in my unit, because as soon as I leave, I start getting followed, which leads to me getting assaulted, ran off the road, having something stolen out of my car, them just coming into my unit when they're not supposed to. And there's a lot of holes in my walls I've had to cover. And the radiation along the wall, along the piping, looks like that's where the radiation was being shot from. I don't know if these devices are just in my walls, in the crawl space, positioned, or just maybe someone's holding them to shoot them. I know the unit next door to me, I believe that's unit 410. I've never seen anybody come in and out of that unit, ever. And when the radiation was flying around my head the other night, it appeared to be it was like coming from the other side of the wall. My cat was looking on that side of the wall. So, they have neighbors, people in empty units doing this. I highly suspect that's what it looked like. And again, the police when I've been stalked by Islamic type guys in cars, I've put their license plates in cars on Twitter. Of course, Don Jr. had my account taken down, and he's such an asshole when he does that, because he really messes up a person's life like my life, who's a target. I'm trying to expose evidence, show what's going on, so the dots can be connected. And when you got a tyrant like Don Jr., who just is an asshole, he's selfish, and he's a tyrant, and he's corrupt, and he can't be trusted, and he protects and covers up for the darkest of criminality and corruption in this world. I can't tell you how much it pisses me off. I'm barely surviving over here, and I'm under attack, and he just has your account, poof, gone. Him and his little fake accounts and his little crap on Twitter. He's such an asshole. But so I just wanted to say that about the radiation. Hannity, everybody, make sure you have video surveillance going on in your homes and around your homes, especially at night. I think it might be easier to catch that stuff going on at night. So again, I suspect in apartment 410, that's why they've had it empty, is because they were shooting it right directly at me here, and it was flying around my head. They were shooting it from the crawl space, and also from what appeared to be some holes. I'll show you. So there's like that plastic up there. There's stuff I've had to cover on the walls because these holes appear in my walls, and you can see on the ceiling I've had to cover them up. And just coincidentally, the other night, from that area, it looks like it appeared that's where the radiation was being shot from. And also it was being shot from, there's a pipe up there. You can see that pipe. Along that pipe up there, they were shooting the radiation from there as well as from that side right there. So I've had to cover up stuff thinking it's helping me, but the radiation is so strong. Again, they know when I leave my apartment, they come and go, so these people violate your rights like crazy. The police allow it, they cover up for it. And these monsters are attacking people with energy weapons. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit and help you guys in case it's happening to you and you don't know it. You gotta have video going on in your homes, even when the house is dark and around your house. So in case it is happening, you can catch it. Um, so I just want to talk about that. But yeah, Scientology fair game won't leave me alone. I don't know why the Islamic mafia, whatever, has also taken part. There's a Black Lives Matter person who lives above me, and there's people who just moved in this apartment not too long ago, this building, and they leave when I leave, or when I guess they have turns and shifts, and when it's not their turn and shift, they have people waiting for me. They have this Islamic guy waiting for me outside when I went to the store last night. And then what they'll do is they'll follow you. They'll have you follow to the store. They'll drop people after the store to start doing it to you in the store. And it's dangerous because they know where you're at. They know like how far you are from your house. They can just go into your house and do whatever crazy else stuff they want to do. Put surveillance to watch you, to listen to you. They've been doing this to me forever. The police, Wilcox Police, they're aware of this. They're aware of this. They allow this. Detective Burnsetter, they cover up for it. Detective Lou, Sergeant Skyver, they all protect it. When you start saying who it is, like Scientology fair game and stuff, they'll just tell you it's crazy, it's not happening. They'll like project that you're crazy. They'll try to play that game. So it's the whole left radical agenda they project on people to deflect their own criminality that they're unleashing on the population, that they're co-conspirating with these, call it the mob, call it the globalist agenda, call it communist agenda, whatever the hell it is. It's too much. And I just wanted to talk about the radiation situation in my apartment. And again, I shot it from here. Like 75% of it I shot just laying down, just going like this. And I didn't know I didn't know, I couldn't see anything with the naked eye. My cat, she could. And that's why I don't really show my cat